Yeah. So in summary, we are there with the learning objectives. So your learning objectives will be your best friend to identify the real needs for a better outcomes of your learning sessions. And the next step will be for you to design the framework of your learning session.
So keeping participants at the centre of what we're doing, which is what we've been talking about all the way through here. What are their concerns about session design, how effective it is?
Yeah. So we asked the question many times also. So let's go back to the participants' expectations and feelings what they say is what they don't like. Too much information. Too much information. I'm overloaded with information, so I don't retain anything. I don't have time to think or to question. This they didn't like. And when there is a level of details which is too complex and which doesn't bring anything to their knowledge of what they are going to apply tomorrow on their next patients. So when everyone acts as if they knew everything, so it makes people afraid to ask questions.
Seeing that.
Yeah. Or when the speaker imposes his expectations, his own expectations, what he wants to teach, not what I need to learn. And so that makes me look like I was foolish. So this is a little bit the list of those concerns. So what are the solutions to make sure that we will not end up with this?
Maybe not a solution, but I am moving to perspective, a new perspective, and the role of educators. In building the framework, the educator have to keep in mind, place the participant at the center, and provide the participants with the opportunity to express their specific learning needs or expectation. Again, internal motivation to learn something.
That's a strong one.
Critically reflect on the information, assumption that is proposed, or an alternative perspective. To effectively participate in the debate, to assess the value of information, and to collaborate with each other, exactly what we are doing, to develop a consensus on the essential. Is it clear?
Yeah, it's helpful. And I think taking that one step further, the key techniques to achieve that, John, have you got some processes that you've used that will help with that?
New perspective. Always start to clarify the message you want to deliver. And then think about the key section needed to deliver them.
Yeah.
Start with the message.
Message first.
Message first.
Yeah.
That's the
Clear message first.
Yeah.
Remember, 2, maximum 3 message, no more.
Yeah.
If not, the participant will
There is no message.
no message. Let me give you an example. Okay, we have selected a topic or subtopic. In order to help participants to understand or to do, I want to share these 2, 3 key message. I write it. Now, at the end of the section 1, the participant will be able to, at the end of the section 2, the participant will be able to, and then you have a message, and at the end of section 3,
And so on.
no more than 3 sections in a lecture or in a session. By experience, we have learned that more than 3 doesn't work. Okay, it's not easy. But in order to achieve this challenging work, I suggest to all of us to use the PMI learning concept, means plus, minus, interesting concept. Plus, these are the essential key message that we need to deliver. Remember, our audience have an easy access to an overflow of information. They want to be guided or to be supported on the essential. So select what you believe that is essential on this information, on this technique, essential. This is what to focus. Minus what is? Is the divine.
The devil.
Devil. The devil who orders us to be exhaustive.
Yeah.
Not forget something. Oh, the last information report. The fear of not being credible.
Yeah.
Ignore this divine.
Yeah.
It will cause a participant to become discontent.
He will indeed.
Keep in mind.
Yeah.
So, minus,
Out.
interesting. To be clear about you are including it. Is interesting. Okay. For what purpose?
Yeah.
Is to stimulate question or comment from my audience
Discussion, yes.
or discussion.
Yeah.
It could be interesting. It's just hypothesis. It could be interesting for improve some subgroup of patients. Be sparring. Use few as possible.
Yeah.
Essential.
Yeah.
Interesting for what purpose?
Yeah.
This is a key, and starting by the message.
I really like this little technique, you know, the ability to be able to focus on the key things you have to put in based on the messages that you want to get across. I really like the idea of the minus being the devil on your shoulder and say, I'm prompted to do these things, but to eradicate them, I've not heard that before, but I really like it. And I think the interesting one, as you say, the key thing there is be sparing with that. Don't put too many interesting things in. Yeah.
So, an important point that I would like to highlight, and this is part of your role as educator, to be realistic with the allocated time. That's important for the attention of your audience and what they will remember, the key objectives that you want to transmit. Another essential point is to always keep enough time for the unpredictability of your session, and this has to be completely part of your framework. Your audience will appreciate it, for sure.
And don't say, well, I can do it. In this part, I will do faster.
Yes, never say that.
This is a divider.
Yeah, this is one other devil.
This is another devil.
That's
Yes,
another
yeah,
devil.
yeah.
For the
Absolutely.
sake of time,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah, yeah. So build pragmatic solutions into your design. As Magali said, allow the time. Things will change. Allow the time for that, and everybody gets what they need.